Hey guys, it's Angelo, and today we're having a look at the new legendary ring for all three priest specs on the 7.2.5 Legion PTR. Keep in mind that the legendary ring is still subject to change, especially since there are still 4 to 5 weeks roughly until patch 7.2.5 releases. All in all though, the direction that Blizzard took with this new set of legendaries is pretty solid and allows for some interesting and very versatile gameplay. Now of course, without any further ado, let's go right ahead and have a look. The Soul of the High Priest is a legendary ring with critical strike, haste, and mastery that allows you to gain specific talents for your specialization permanently while wearing the ring. For Shadow, that is Twist of Fate. For Holy, that is Surge of Light, and for Discipline, once more, it's also Twist of Fate. The cool thing about this legendary is that it allows you to use two talents of the same tier simultaneously, however, being forced to play with one of the ring-specific talents and the one of the other two, so in order for you not to swap them around however you would want to. Basically, you're only forced to play around the talents that are given to you by the ring. As mentioned before, for Shadow Priests, this means that Twist of Fate will be baselined with the ring, so you will have your Execute talent no matter what. This means that you can now play with either Fortress of the Mind or Shadow Word Void. Fortress of the Mind would be the more plausible option for most encounters really though, even when playing with Surrender to Madness. Shadow Word Void is, apart from being a little clunky in the rotation, not really strong enough to outcompete the insanity gain from Fortress of the Mind, and the extra button to press does not compensate the insanity loss compared to Fortress of the Mind on longer fights, which will be most of the time. So, should this talent not be changed in the upcoming time, I'm pretty sure you will find yourself running the Legendary Ring and the Fortress of the Mind talent. For Holy Priests, as mentioned before, you will be granted the Surge of Light talent, which gives you and your healing spells an 8% chance to make your next flash heal instant and mana free, with a maximum of 2 charges. Therefore, you are now able to take either Binding Heal or Piety on top of that, and honestly, both talents should be finding their use. Piety will most likely be better baselined, as Binding Heal is currently not really a strong healing spell to use, but with the Surge of Light talent baselined, I can see Binding Heal finding its use in certain niched fights where perhaps a lot of spot heal is needed, or damage is coming in very predictable periods. For Discipline, similar to Shadow, you gain Twist of Fate. Now, unlike Shadow however, Twist of Fate is in a different talent row for you, and can now be paired up with either Contrition or, the more interesting option, Power Infusion. Even though Contrition is actually a very strong talent to use, Twist of Fate in combination with Power Infusion gives you not only an insane amount of damage, but also a ridiculous amount of healing, especially during periods with a lot of incoming damage. I'm assuming that the combination of those two talents could be strong enough to count as an actual raid cooldown, as once people are low and Twist of Fate activates itself, you will be able to dish out ridiculous amounts of healing with this combination. And this should give you some interesting insights on the upcoming Priest Legendary Ring. All in all, I like the idea behind this legendary a lot, as this gives you loads of free space when choosing your playstyle first of all, and also allows you to tailor your talents more freely to specific situations without being limited. Currently, for example, Twist of Fate is pretty much mandatory for any Shadow Priest, but with this ring, you can take another talent while still having that per se mandatory Twist of Fate with you. I'm very excited to see how this will pan out for the class in general, as well as for any other class and spec in the game. Now of course, thank you so much for watching my friends, and if this video helped you out, be sure to leave a like, and if you'd like to see more of my content, feel free to subscribe. Now have a good one, and I will see you all in the next one.